figure out what the heck this video is gonna be. Like how do I want to structure this? Are we doing a vlog? Are we doing like a shadow and schmooze? I don't know. Basically, I'm gonna do like a catch up chatty vlog. I don't know what this is gonna turn into, but I have things to catch you up on. It's my last couple days in Spain here. I just am getting ahead on work and like trying to relax because I have a busy few weeks coming up with a lot of travel and a lot of bouncing around. I feel like my hair is getting long, man. Fun fact, last night when I had a migraine, I picked off all of my eyelashes because they were driving me crazy. I had the lash extensions on and I was supposed to get a fill tomorrow. Now I'm just probably gonna have to get a full set because they're like fully off. So I'm in southern Spain called Costa del Sol. This whole area, it's basically like where I am right now is in between Malaga and Marbella. I just completely scored with this Airbnb. I can't wait to show you it because it's affordable and it is unreal. It's definitely in my top 3 as far as like location and views. It's been incredible and I've been here for about a week. We have a lot to catch up on. Like, where do I even start now? So I've been in Spain total for I want to say like 2.5, almost 3 weeks now. The majority of that was with Rach, my best friend. So I explained everything that kind of went down leading up to this trip in this video right here, along with a lot of other stuff. But this was like a Spain bestie trip for Rach and I, and we realized that this is actually the first, not even international trip, but first trip, just the two of us. And I think since college, I think like almost 10 years. Rach and I met because we were random roommates freshman year of college, which was also weird because I don't know if I've ever told this, but like Rach's roommate who she was supposed to have actually bailed last minute and decided like not to go to the school we went to. And I ended up switching because I was supposed to be like way off campus and I ended up switching last minute. So we were like a very random last minute kind of just by chance thing that happened, which is so weird to think about. I always think about that stuff, like how just one thing can change your entire life. Like I wouldn't have ever met Rach if that didn't happen. If you think about all of the time that you spend with your friends, just like pretty much nonstop in college, and then you go from that to, you know, the real world where you have internships or jobs or whatever, you just, the time with people I find just went like way down. It was just like so nice to have straight time with each other. And I originally was planning on vlogging because I vlog, you know, most of my travels here, but once Rach got here, I just was like, I just want to enjoy this time together. We never have just this straight time together. I don't want to have to worry about vlogging and making like a coherent video that makes sense and getting the shot and then thinking about it and thinking about all the things coming together and how the video is going to flow. And I just wanted to enjoy and like be present with Rach and not be working in that capacity. And like I was still editing, I was still on my computer, but not nearly as much. And I like tried to actually like take time off and just be with her, and I got stuff done ahead of time so I wouldn't have to do that. So I was like, why am I forcing myself to film? I didn't end up vlogging with Rach. I did get some like video clips here and there, so I figured we would do kind of like a recap in case you want some like southern Spain tips if you're debating going to Sevilla and Malaga, or you just want to hear about it. I think I'm gonna do like an overlay where I kind of talk about some of the highlights and where we went and things I would recommend and wouldn't recommend. So if you don't want to hear about how Spain has gone thus far and those travel things, then you can fast forward to this point in the video, but I want to jump into that.
Allá.
this experience. I'm converted. I don't know what to Mito. So Rach has a baby, and besides that, she just has a lot going on in her life. And I just wanted this to be like, it was a surprise trip, and I just wanted it to be like a combo of, she's never been to Spain, so like seeing Spain things, getting, you know, the Spain experience, but also relaxing. Like I didn't want to have to do this like hectic itinerary where you're bouncing all over the place and had like a lot of stuff to see, because whenever that happens, like when you're on a trip and, you know, you want to see things, you want to experience the place you're in, but then a lot of the times what ends up happening is you end up being more exhausted than when you left because you did so much. And I wanted her to come back to Seattle feeling like recharged and like she actually had a break. So because of that, I was like, okay, we're doing somewhere beachy. So I chose southern Spain. I've been to Barcelona and Madrid. I have vlogs in Spain from this last year. This last year was actually the first time I've ever been to Spain, and I've already been back. This is now my third time back. One of my favorite countries I've ever been so far. I love Spain. I have a Spain obsession. Every time I'm here, I'm like, I just could totally see myself staying here. That's a whole other conversation. Malaga is basically like, it's a popular beach destination if you are European, but outside of that, I don't think, it doesn't seem to be that popular. And it's definitely one of those places where it's cool because there's still very much untapped, not touristy feeling places. This is also the perfect time to come, like end of March, I would say, early April is I think the best time to come to southern Spain if you want like a beachy trip, because it seems like May is when things get really busy, and then obviously into summer when it gets super hot. But right now it's been like 75 degrees, beautiful, sunny, insanely, like the sky here is so insane. I've literally been having to edit down the saturation because it looks like I'm like increasing the blue way up, but it's just the friggin' sky here. It is so blue and so clear. Right now, there are very few tourists. So if you can come in March or April, I think that's the time to come. So basically the plan was Rach flies from Seattle to Malaga. We stay in Malaga for a few days, which is like the beachy area. And then you can take a train from either Malaga to, I mean, you can take a train a bunch of places, but the plan was either Granada or Sevilla. And I was going between the two, and I chose Sevilla. Kind of wish I chose Granada just because after I chose Sevilla, I heard so many good things about Granada. And even when we were in Sevilla, like a bunch of people on Instagram were like, go to Granada. I definitely plan on being back in Spain. So like personally, I definitely am going to Granada. But if you're debating between the two, obviously I haven't been to Granada yet. But when I was doing my research, I think I chose Sevilla because I was reading that Granada was more of like a party area, and I was like, I don't know if that's the vibe we're going for. But Sevilla is still so pretty. Southern Spain has a lot of Islamic influence on it from historical events. So it's super cool because there's just like, you can see it in like the architecture and the buildings, and a lot of churches used to be mosques. So it's so interesting, like definitely do a walking tour if you go to Sevilla, and do it on like the first day, because we actually did a walking tour on like the third day. We were in Sevilla for like 5 nights, which was a little long. We did it on the third day and realized we were missing like half of the entire like really cool area. We were just staying like in this little downtowny kind of area. Again, we didn't want to like rush, so I do feel like we still had enough time there where we could like see everything that we wanted to see, but we also could have like a chill pool morning or whatever. And I'm not going to recommend the hotel we stayed at because it was really, we got like a little catfished. I mean, the staff, everything was like great. It's just that the photos looked like very different. Like I wouldn't stay there again, so I'm not gonna recommend where we stayed. But yeah, the photos looked a little different than in reality. But it was a really good area. It was all good, whatever. Sevilla, I would do a lot of food research beforehand because I think out of anywhere I've been, the food was the most hit or miss, like as far as Spain. There's a ton of like very touristy, just straight up tourist traps as far as food. And now that I've had tapas in like Madrid, Barcelona, Sevilla, Malaga, Marbella, yeah, the food was like the worst, I think, in Sevilla. It was just the hardest to find good food, I'll say that. Like we definitely had a couple really good meals, but they were like pricier and they weren't like, you know, very much like local kind of places. And I just find that those were like harder to find. We found a cool like rooftop bar thing, very expensive, but like cool. It definitely was like more expensive, I felt, Sevilla out of more than Barcelona, probably up there with like Madrid. That's just like the places we end up going to. There's of course like I'm sure local places that are not like that. They were just hard to find. So if you are a local and live in Sevilla, definitely leave a comment down below on where people should go because it's just hard to figure out on Google. Let us know down below. Definitely recommend going into Hotel Alfonso and getting a coffee. It's like this insane hotel, like the nicest hotel in Sevilla that they built for, what was it, the Ibero-American, blanking on the name, event. There's like weddings there. Actually, some of you said you got married there on Instagram, which is so cool. Depending on how long you're in Spain, in southern Spain, I would say probably like, if you're someone who like really packs a lot of activities in, you could probably do it in like 2 nights. But if you want to like relax, like we were, not have a crazy hectic schedule, then I think 4 nights is long. But if you want like a pool, you know, kind of day relax thing, then it worked out for us. You can do other day trips from there, but I would say Malaga is actually like the best place to be based out of to do day trips because it's only an hour train ride, I think, to Granada, 2 hours to Sevilla, Cordoba, pretty close drive to Marbella. I think Malaga is actually like the best place to be based out of as far as like other trips. Both of us really liked Sevilla, but we're both more impressed by Malaga. We actually ended up leaving Sevilla a day early and going back to Malaga to have an extra like beach day kind of thing, which totally worked out because the place that I booked, so before we stayed like right in central Malaga, it's only like a 5-minute drive to the beach. Malaga is like, there's history, there's like things to see and things to do, but then also there's just beaches and it's just like relaxing and very chill. Feels like super chill to me. It doesn't feel like party beaches. I think it's a really good family spot. Like Rachel was saying, she wanted to go back there because for a beach town, like a vacation beach spot for Americans, it's very affordable. Like the places that are right on the beach are like so cheap, and also the food, you could find like pretty reasonably priced food. Of course, there were like more expensive places, and also you can just find local spots that are like very reasonably priced food. We ate really good in Malaga. I found a really good, this is probably like one of my favorite meals I've had in Spain so far. This was a very like local spot. Oh my god, the shrimp were incredible. Grilled artichokes, incredible. Spain is also just very kid friendly in general. Like there's a very different culture around kids than in the US as far as like kids are in bars. Kids are just like a part of daily life. It's not like you're necessarily going out of your way to like make your life around your kids. Your kids are more like integrated into the adult lives, it seems. And that's what I really noticed in Madrid too. Especially if you book in advance, like a few months in advance, you can get super good hotel deals and go in March because it seems to be like kind of the down season, even though I don't know why, because it's beautiful and the weather's perfect. So the first few days when we were in Malaga before Sevilla, we stayed in like central Malaga, saw all the things, had like a beach day, but before Rach was leaving, we had 1 full day back in Malaga and then she flew out. So we just wanted like a very chill, full beach, full pool, relaxed kind of day since we had already seen like the majority of the Malaga things. The place I'm at right now, I'm so in love with it to the point that like on the second day I was here, I was like looking up their schedule. I think I just got lucky with a cancellation because it seems to be booked like basically 5 or 6 months in advance. And I booked this basically, like a week before when, like I talked about in the other video, all of the cancellations that happened. So I think I just got super lucky with the cancellation. But basically this, where I am right now, is in Calahonda, which is between Marbella and Malaga. So it's only 25 minutes from the airport to city center. Malaga, it's like about 35 to 40 minutes depending on traffic. But to Marbella, it's only 15 minutes. And there's a lot of little cute restaurants around here, but also Marbella's the bougie, like if you've never heard of it, it's like the Beverly Hills of Spain. It is wild. We went in there to have dinner one night, and there's like a cute little old city center, which definitely has a different vibe. But then if you go to, what is it, Porto here, that is like the yacht, bougie, every possible designer store. Like, it's just insane. People like dress super fancy. I was like, oh shit, I probably should have worn something different. It's like a sight to see, but really wild because there's like these yachts with like different country flags on them, like just these like insanely wealthy people who just vacation to Marbella, take a day trip to Marbella on their freaking massive yacht. But there's also like a big shopping mall and a ton of restaurants and stuff in Marbella. Marbella is bigger than where I'm staying. I'm staying in like a little town between the two. The place itself is like totally cute, has like little lofted ceilings. The bathroom is like recently remodeled. It's totally good. But the view, the water is literally right there. The beach is about 15 steps down. You hear the waves. There's a little patio that I've been like reading out on. There's a beautiful pool. There's a boardwalk that goes for like miles along both directions, so you can just walk right along the water. It feels like true relaxing beach vacation, and for being literally on the water, it is so cheap. Again, for our pricing in the US for like a waterfront place, and it has truly just felt like heaven. Like, I just sit there and stare at the water and I'm like, what is life right now?
Cheese on the bed and everything. Guacamole green.
Okay, I had to change my camera battery. Then I was like, you know what? I really need to shower. So I did like a body shower, changed into another gray shirt, and now here we are. Made another cup of coffee. So now the hair is not looking as good because it got all a little wet, you know. I'm gonna do some very light makeup. I actually really want to go on a walk before I start editing. Basically the next 2 days, my last 2 days here, I just need to get like ahead on editing, not even ahead, I just need to get on top of editing, filming. I have like one brand video I need to film tomorrow. I'm just like waiting for information from them before I can film that. And then I just need to get on top of scheduling videos, editing, because after Spain, I go from here to New York. Okay, I feel like my brain is so scattered right now, but I did want to catch you up kind of before the next, you know, New York vlogs, because then you would just not see anything from Spain. Oh, I need SPF. I was just watching a Brooke Mitchell vlog. I love Brooke's vlogs. I think she's eating kava, but that made me crave Chipotle. I will say I'm getting excited for US food. I'm craving some stuff. But anyways, I'm just gonna do, I think, a little powder foundation, the Makeup Forever. This is the new one. Like, they relaunched this, and I'm gonna have to look up. I still can't tell if they totally redid the formula or not. I'm just gonna do concealer under my eyes and then kind of this all over my face. Hearing water though is, I think, one of the best things in the world. Comment down below if you can hear water where you live. I don't know what it is. It just like, it puts me in like a, like, get hypnotized. I just think it's so special. But this has been like exactly what I was hoping for. I just kind of wanted like a relaxing spot to film, get work done, and hang out before the next few weeks start, because I'm gonna have kind of like a busy next few weeks with work stuff and with fun stuff, but of course it's happening at the same time. Basically, whenever I'm back in the US now, this is a very chatty vlog, I hope you guys are fine with this. Whenever I'm back in the US, because it's usually like I've been doing kind of like 2 or 3 months in the US and then like an international trip, that's kind of the rate I've been going at. And because of that, the brand stuff I do kind of gets like compacted into that time when I'm back in the US, so that I can, you know, restock on products, film what I need to film, whatever, and kind of like plan in advance for when I'm going to be gone. So because of that, when I'm back in the US, it gets a little more hectic, which is good. You know, it's good to have work, but it is like a lot packed into a short amount of time. So I just wanted to take this time, like the last few days that I've been here, to kind of relax. I got the flu, so got a lot of show watching done, but yeah, it was like the whole 9 yards, you know, vomiting, fever, all of that, and then also migraining on top of it, so that was super fun. It has been relaxing. This is the Makeup Forever powder foundation in the shade 2N22. It is a little dark. Right now I have like fresh tanner on, which I'm testing. I think this one does look like a little orange, but I'm trying it out. This shade is a little dark, but it works. With like a brush like this, it has about, high medium coverage, and it just looks really nice on the skin. And all I have on right now is the SPF underneath and that concealer. Been reading a lot and just kind of have this like reset recharge time. So the plan after this, I was originally supposed to fly to Seattle, have my neck injections, doctor's appointments, see people, and then go from Seattle to New York. But because of the change of plans I talked about in that other video, the Shadow and Schmooze, I had to change my flight from just skipping altogether Seattle, like I was supposed to be there right now. So skipped Seattle, stayed here for another week, and then now I go from here to New York. So I have a couple days in New York by myself, and then my mom, grandma, and my grandma's best friend, the four of us, are gonna have a little New York City trip, and I'm just so excited because it's so cool seeing places, I feel like, through other people's eyes who have never seen them before. My grandma has been in New York a long time ago, and I'm sure it's like just changed so much since the last time she's been there, but her best friend has, I don't think, ever been there, and it's just gonna be so fun to like show them around. I feel like now that I was there for a few months, I know like the areas in just New York so much better now that it's just fun to go back because I'm like, ooh, I have my spots that I like. I know like general, you know, boroughs and different areas, and obviously I'm not like a local, but I do know it like much better than before. So I'm excited to kind of like show them around and show my mom like my favorite spots and stuff. It's just been so nice like since I started working remote to see my family more and see my grandma more. This is like the most in the last year and a half that I've ever seen my grandma, because normally it's like a trip to North Carolina maybe every year, but really not, like usually every other year or something. And it's just been so nice to like have more time with her, and I really just cherish it, and that she's able to travel like physically. She's in good shape, knock on wood. She walks like a few miles every single day, but they live in like small town North Carolina, so I'm really curious to see what they think of New York City. So we're going to New York City with them for I think 3 nights or 4 nights, and then we go to Philadelphia, I think also 4 nights. I have never been to Philly. I've been hearing good things about it though. Apparently it's like changed a lot in the last few years. There's just a lot of like historical things to see too. If you have any Philly recommendations, I think this video will maybe be going up like right when we're in Philly, and then after Philly they're flying out from Philly to go back home, and then I go back to New York City for about 2 weeks. That's when it's going to be like major hustle, major work time for me. I committed to a lot. Might have been too much, but too late now. I'm staying in Brooklyn for those 2 weeks, which I'm excited because before I was in Chelsea, since I feel like I got like the Manhattan experience last time, I'm excited to have kind of a more chill neighborhood this time and like be in Brooklyn. Found a good Airbnb. Might do another makeover video while I'm there. We'll see. And the reason why I'm staying 2 more weeks in New York rather than going somewhere else is because I'm flying out of New York to go abroad again after that. New York tip. I booked everything. You have restaurants, especially like the popular ones, you have to book literally weeks in advance if you want to get like the good ones. So I was on in the morning exactly 1 month before the dates I was trying to get. 1 month or 2 months? Some of the restaurants I even booked 2 months in advance, but the other ones were exactly 1 month before. So if you're going to New York, just be aware of that. You have to like massively book reservations in advance. But yeah, it's gonna be the 4 of us ladies doing New York City together. I'm gonna mix the Essence with the RMS. RMS is more of a highlighter. Essence is like a glowy blush. I always feel like I need to add something though to the Essence shade. Like I never can use Rosy Rosewood alone for some reason. Ooh, that's a good combo. That's pretty. Kind of been like stewing on talking about any further like the hotel incident, but the reality is like it has consumed a lot of the Spain trip. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, it was the whole last Shadow and Schmooze, and then Twitter, you can like stay updated on what was going down, but like a lot has happened since that video went up. I'm not going to go into details here. Luckily when Rachel was here, it was a time period where I was like waiting on things and there wasn't much I could do, so it was just kind of like a waiting game at that point. Once I got to this place, that's when it's been like just consuming a lot of time, a lot of mental energy, and I'm pretty over it at this point, which is why I was even debating like talking about it, because for me it's like the reason why I'm not into talking about things, like anything happening online, is that it just consumes so much mental energy, and you're constantly weighing out, I think, with relationships, things that happen in life, situations, whatever it is, you have to weigh out like, is this worth my mental energy and stress and whatever? And like for me, 99% of the time it isn't. And then talking about something that's happening online just adds this like whole other dimension to it, because then every day when I'm opening my phone, you're seeing like tweets or you're seeing comments about it, and you're just like rethinking about it, or you're thinking about like, I forgot to say this, there's like updates now, and then I need to keep them updated, and it just turns into like this whole other thing, which is why 99% of the time I don't talk about things like the hotel incident. The reason why I wanted to talk about that is because it's a safety concern and it's a massive hotel chain. And when I first filmed that video, I didn't say that like I wasn't going to share the name of the hotel at all. It was just to give awareness and let you guys know what can happen. And since filming that, just like the response from Radisson has been so horrible and so shocking, and from booking.com, honestly, like I had to like seriously fight for a refund from them. And it's not even like the refund is not the thing at this point. It's like I just want answers and accountability from Radisson so that this doesn't continue to happen. And like the more they're not even responding or giving any answers, the more weird it gets, like the more sketchy it seems. I just want to reiterate, like if you're staying in a big hotel chain, you can look up in the news right now, like there's a lot of sketchy shit going down with big hotel chains, the big boys, just with sexual assault, with break-ins, with a lot of stuff. Front desk guys being paid off to give men key cards who then go in and sexually assault women in their hotel rooms. Like there's just a lot of stuff going down, and I just want to reiterate to be careful, be aware. I now have a hotel lock, this one from Amazon, and also I ordered I think it's called Birdie. A lot of you guys told me about that. It's an alarm that you can just keep on you at all times, that if anything, if you're out and about and there's a situation happening, this thing you just pull and it flashes like strobe lights and makes like a super loud alarm, so it alerts people around you and can sometimes like scare off people and just give you like a few extra seconds to get out of that situation. I'm fine. I'm all good. Like I said in that video, like it hasn't, stopped me from solo traveling. I don't want this to scare anyone from solo traveling. I just would love accountability. I just want you guys to be aware of that when you're booking your next hotel, especially if you're solo traveling. Anything can happen anywhere, any country, any place, Airbnb, hotel, in your own apartment, things happen anywhere. Now I'm just trying to enjoy my last couple days here and not let it like consume. Okay, this is like the world's worst room tour because it's totally messy, but I have laundry drying there. Here's the little fireplace. We have washer and dryer, which is great. Super cute little kitchen, couch area where I've been camping out and editing. This is where I filmed a video right here, hence that little thing. But you guys, look at this. And this is with the thing halfway open. I should open that fully. Refrigerator. Back here is the bedroom and bathroom, which is totally dirty right now, but there's the shower. Bedroom. Just did my hair entirely, just put it up in a ponytail, but I'm gonna go get my walk done. Get it done like it's a chore. So rough. I have to go walk along the beach. I'm gonna walk, get some food because that cereal wasn't cutting it and it's pretty late. I'm gonna have a nice walk along the beach. Okay, so am I recording? Yeah. I just filmed a video that will be up in a couple weeks. I had to like pre-film it. I'm very excited to have gotten that done. It was like a makeup video that you guys will see. Oh, let's just sit on the floor for a minute, shall we? So yesterday I was just working, editing the rest of the night, and then I ended up canceling my lash extension appointment because I don't know if I said I was gonna get like a full set done again. I ended up canceling it because I was like, I don't want to spend my last day in Spain like getting lash extensions. Seems kind of silly when I'm like on a freaking beach, you know? So I think I'm just gonna wait till Jordan and then get like another full set there. And also with like, I have a lot of makeup videos coming up, I have a lot of filming coming up, and so it just makes it harder with like makeup, you know, lash extensions. Great for traveling. I loved having them in Spain when like I didn't want to spend a lot of time getting ready with Rach and stuff, and it was just like nice having my eyes fully done. In other countries, lash extensions, first of all, are so much cheaper, like literally half the price or a third of the price in the US. Like you can get a full volume hybrid set for like 80 euros, full set, which is like about what, $95, $90, like the exchange rate. I'm really glad I ended up canceling it because today it is beautiful and I just finished filming. It's now like 2 o'clock and I just kind of want to like enjoy the sun for my last little bit here, pack up and edit and do laundry and all that fun stuff the rest of the today. This is a little top from Amazon. It's like a crop top. I have a whole like summer fashion video from last year. Let me know actually if you'd want to see a round 2 of that. Can't get over this. It's time. I am packing up and watching the Bachelor finale and enjoying these views for the last time. I'm so sad to leave this view. Does anyone else feel like Jesse is, I don't know what it is about him as a host, but I just feel like everything he says, I'm like, this does not sound sincere whatsoever. And I know he's acting like he's a host, but he just says these like empathetic things that just come across so not believable, that he has like an ounce of empathy towards these people, and he's like just full acting, but like bad. I don't know. I feel like they could have done so much better with the host. Caitlin Bristow could have been a host. I just feel like it would be so much better with a different host. Also, oh my god, how many times are they gonna bring Sean Lowe on this season? It's like unbelievable. Loving this stuff. It's just like a exfoliating mask I've been leaving on for like 5 minutes, either in the shower or right before I'll like wet my face, and then just put this on. You like rub it in a little bit and then leave it on for 5 minutes, and it just makes my skin so freaking soft. So just did that, washed the old hair before flying in the morning, self-tanned a little bit. When I get to New York, I'm gonna be starting, you know, the New York vlogs and everything, and it's gonna be busy. Got a lot going on. I am mostly packed, but I gotta wake up at like 6 tomorrow to make it to the airport. I always just fingers crossed that I wake up feeling okay and make it to the airport. So I'm gonna try to head to bed soon. The French press waiting game. How do people do this every day? New York drilling construction. So while I sit here and wait for my coffee to brew itself, I'm gonna end off this vlog here. I'm actually in New York now, and I'm in this girl's apartment though, and like normally she would actually be in here too, but she's dog sitting like a neighbor's house. So I feel I don't want to like, you know, vlog her apartment. I tried to like kind of cover things on the fridge, and like I'm, you know, not trying to show her whole apartment here. So I'm gonna end off the vlog. This was just chatty, catch up, whatever kind of vlog, but I hope you guys enjoyed regardless. By the way, I did my hair the morning, like I washed it the night before I left and then flat ironed it in the morning with the flat iron I've been talking about, the Amazon one, and I haven't touched it up since. It's just lasted like so good. I used the Garnier shampoo and conditioner, and all I put in, what did I even put in? I put in the Eva NYC Made Magic spray, and that's it. And it's just stayed straight, which normally like my hair does not do. Full construction zone next door. So I'm going to just be working, like I just have so many videos to edit and crank out over the next 2 days before my mom and grandma get here. So I'm just gonna be like in an editing hole here basically. I don't even think I'm gonna like see much New York things in these next few days. I'm just gonna wait for them to get here, crank through, do what I need to do. She has a laundry machine here, which is great. So I'm just gonna like get chores done, get caught up, get ahead on work, and that's gonna be my next few days, camped out on this couch. But I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. I literally cannot wait for French presses to brew. The temptation is real. But I love you guys. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.